Now it's time for our weekly Money Talk segment. We have Don Bruce, the director of the Haslam College of Business with the University of Tennessee, joining us. Hey, thanks so much for being in with us.
Thanks, Lexi. It's good to be back.
Of course. Now, we got to talk about this really important survey, that the Boyd Center Business Leader Survey. That's what it is. Tell us a little bit more about that and why you guys do it.
Well, you know, these are really uncertain economic times, as we've talked about the last few weeks. And so one of the things we try to do in the Boyd Center is go out and actually talk to business leaders a couple of times a year. And our Boyd Center Business Leaders Survey was just released a couple of weeks ago. And it really just gives us an up-to-date sense of where things are in the economy.
And what are Tennessee business owners saying about this?
Well, it was a little bit of a surprise because while Tennessee business leaders are a little bit pessimistic about the U.S. economy, they seem to be pretty optimistic, at least relatively so, about the state of Tennessee right now.
Okay, so that's a positive, definitely. So I guess why would that be? Why are they so optimistic about the more local economy than the nation's?
Well, the first thing that business leaders tell us is they really think Tennessee has a great business environment, and that comes down to taxes and regulation.
Right.
The second thing they mention is the political leadership right now is very business friendly, so Governor Lee and his administration, and a lot of the regional leaders as well. Those things add up to a really strong business environment. Couple that with a very strong work ethic among Tennesseans who love to come to work and get the job done.
All right, so, you know, we mentioned, okay, times have been a bit uncertain. A lot of that, you know, that buzzword inflation, we've talked a lot about that. I guess, how are these leaders feeling about inflation? Do they think we're going to turn a corner at all? And what do the experts think?
Well, let me tell you, that was one of the surprises about this survey is what we found is that fewer business leaders who responded think that inflation is a long-term thing right now.
Okay.
In other words, more of the business leaders are starting to say this is transitory. We've got a start, at least, on a policy response. We seem to be seeing a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to inflation.
Wow, yeah, I'm definitely surprised by that as well. Being optimistic, though, that's a good thing. We do like that. I guess, what does this mean in terms of the bigger picture? You know, recession, another buzzword that can definitely scare a lot of people. What are we thinking about that in terms of an update there?
So what I always tell people is the economy is what it is. It is how we feel it is. A recession is a label we attach to certain economic conditions when lots of things happen at the same time. The sad truth is most of our business leaders are echoing the national story right now, and they think a recession is probably going to happen. And more than half of the business leaders actually think the chances of a recession are greater than 50%. The real question remains how long and how deep that recession might be.
Fantastic. Now, where can we find a link to this survey if people want to look at it at home?
Well, you can always just Google the Boyd Center for Business and Economic Research or the Tennessee Business Leaders Survey. You can see it right there. We definitely want to make that available to folks.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, Don, for being in for today's Money Talks.
Thank you.
We always appreciate it. We'll be right back after the break. Be sure to stick with us.